It's crazy. It's crazy. Mhm. I hope nobody asks me what I'm wearing tonight because I'll be the first one to answer you and tell you, I don't know. Okay? I really don't know. So I don't want nobody to come on here and say, Avril, what is that you're wearing? Because I'm the only one who don't know what I'm wearing. That's all I have to say right now until I get into this program. Anyway, please share the live and tell the world that the best show on television is on, and that is the Avril Show. Spread the word that the number one show is on. You can't miss tonight because if you miss tonight, you're gonna miss what I'm wearing, and I'm the only one who don't know what Avril is wearing. But it's Veterans Day. I represent every veterans tonight. And as you could see, I don't want too much light on me tonight because I don't want nobody to know it's me talking tonight. So if you just came on to see what I'm wearing, then fine with me. But for those who are going to stay with me tonight, I so appreciate you because I have a few lyrics to throw and then you know where I go. You got to talk the things. Talk the things, Avril. Talk the things. So,
Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, and you are now in tune to The Avril Show. Keep it locked right here.
all right. Okay. Oh, the first person to comment is my girl, Janet Dixon. Boy, Janet, Janet, you keep me rolling. You keep me rolling, girl. I'm here. I'm going to be coming on tonight. And, some people that just log on quick to see what I'm wearing and then they disappear and they come back later. And they think that I know they're watching. And as I tell everyone, unless you comment, I can't tell if you're watching. I'm not doing a Facebook live show. So if you don't want me to know you're watching, you don't have to comment. Feel free to watch. Don't comment. It's not that important to me whether a person comment or don't comment. I appreciate everyone if you watch silently. And to those who take the time to comment and let me know that they're watching, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That's what keep the flow going. But regardless to what I come here to say is going to be said. It's going to be heard. And if it's not being heard right now, it's going to be heard. It's going to be heard later. So as I say, Adeline, good night to you. Queen, Queen, a girl I can never pronounce that name, Queen and Energy, or but you know who you are. Problem. So I don't come on here to wait for 50 people or hoping 1,000 people are gone. I speak to one person and I'm off. Who don't see it now will see it later. I have something to say, I address it, and I'm off. So I'm gonna say why I'm here tonight. And as I say, don't ask me what I'm wearing, because I'll be the first to tell you I do not know what I'm wearing. So I don't want nobody like Sharon Hall, come on here wondering what is that Apple wearing. It's Veterans Day. Okay, happy Veterans Day. But anyway, I'm just gonna come here and I always salute the businesses in the community that support me. They support me, whether it's the Cancer Foundation, they support me if I need to get something done. They're the ones who help me, they're the ones who pay for the what I'm using to come here and do what I have to do. So I'm not rich. I don't have money. I have supporters and they stand with me. So I always have to get on here and thank the people who stand behind me. Well, I'm going to say this and I'm going to make this clear. We had an election, and if you guys recognize that since the election, New York City has been one of the most silent, quiet place in history. Very quiet. You don't hear no noise. Only we on social media who gets on here, waste time cussing Donald Trump, waste time talking about the election and all this stuff. Yeah, we should have these discussions. I think we should have them before the election. We waste so much time now that is not important because he already won the election, whether they say he did or not. The election was called, he won, he's the prime president of the United States. So New York is quiet. I never see anybody out there protesting in New York to say they need to recount the votes. No, I don't hear nobody out there. I remember there was a time there was a group called Black Lives Matters, right? And I start recognizing that during this election, a lot of groups that was out there and popular and famous who used to make noise. And during the Black Lives Matter campaign, if you guys remember, we had more blacks got in office during the Black Lives Matter campaign. And people was just excited because Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. So all of a sudden, Black people was getting in office. Now all of a sudden in 2024, the word, oh, America wasn't ready for a Black woman. Oh, it's because it's a Black woman. But hear the hypocriteness to these people who are saying this, right? Those are the same people I see writing up out there saying that Barack Obama's wife should have been the one to run for office. My question is, how black do you have to be to run for office? When Barack Obama was in there, we gave him the same hell that we was giving everybody that run for office. Now he's out, they're praising him. Oh, we need you. Oh, you're the man. I put up something on TikTok and take it from me. I never know that so many people on TikTok. I had over 44,000 views for that one video with Barack Obama. Now everybody's saying his wife should run for office. The only thing I would say she should run from is the people out here, the voters. Because if you tell me that you're saying that the reason that Kamala Harris didn't win is because, first of all, America is not ready for a black woman, then how black do you have to be for America to be ready for you if you want Barack Obama's wife to run for office? Second, let me squeeze this little part in here. One thing I always tell God, I love being grassroots. I love being where I'm at. I don't care what nobody say. I don't need the big fame and the spotlight and the ABC and NBC and all these big big shows to make me feel important. I feel important that the people that I speak to, the people in my community, they trust me and they believe in me. That's the most important part. When people trust you and believe in you, that's the best thing. Because let me tell you something, the worst thing is to have somebody speaking to you who you don't trust and who you don't believe in. That's the worst thing. How far can you get there? Now, when she didn't win because these men out there refused to have a woman. Listen, I said that, Queen. I said that. I see a video so many people sending to me on WhatsApp for me to watch. And I asked one person, when was the last time you shared something that I will do? When was the last time you as a family share my video, share my show, comment on my show, watch my show? But you want to send me all kind of people cursing the F word, people cursing Donald Trump, people cursing Kamala. You're sending me all these crazy stuff. When was the last time you took time to share what I do? But I want you to know Kamala Harris didn't win, and Oprah Winfrey was one of her biggest backers who went around with her and she poured money into into Oprah and all the big celebrities. So they get all this money, right, to campaign. But the grassroots show, like Avril show, that the people would listen to, they take for granted. But Camilla didn't win. But if you look at some of the big celebrities that was backing her and behind her and out there rallying for her, did they put her out there as the next president of the United States? No. See, let me tell you all something here. We take too much for granted, the little people, our own people. We take for granted. That's what we do most of the time. If it worse if the people know you when I say a little, nobody had nothing, they don't forget that. They don't forget where you're coming from. They don't forget that you had no shoes on your foot. They don't forget the little island you come out of. They don't forget the poor family you came from that had no house. They forever look at you as that. So no matter what you try to do, strangers will embrace you more than your own people sometimes. And I'm not saying all, I'm saying some of your people, because you have some of your people out there. If I'm on this show right now and you bring on a big celebrity having another show, they ain't gonna watch that later. They're gonna watch that now. And they'll say, I'll watch every later. They put you on pause all the time. In our community here, you have some of the same elected officials. You see them have all kind of stuff out there, and they will bring people from bigger station, and those people that come in here to host the event don't bring nobody with them. We are the same people in our community. Go out and support them. They will bring DJs from out of the area because the panic hit Hot 97 and all these things. They will bring them in our community to play music. But we have a lot of great DJs right here in our community. We are not paying attention to how people use us for when they want us, where they need us. But let me tell you something. One of the reasons Kamala Harris sat down there and a lot of us didn't go out and vote, they tell you the ratings of the voters in the Bronx. And a lot of people, oh, Donald Trump gonna get impeached. Oh, Donald Trump he going jail. Oh, Donald Trump crazy. They speak about Donald Trump as if they predict this election. So I'm not going out to vote because regardless to what, he's not winning because he belong in jail. Now the same man that have all these state charges against him is the president of the United States. What does that tell you? The same people that with you today can be against you tomorrow. And second, they're showing you the people that voted for Biden didn't vote for Kamala. But one thing we have to understand, Donald Trump spoke to the American people about what the American people needs to hear. One thing we go on when it's election is promises. That is one thing that we, the people, listen to is promises. We just have to make sure they fulfill it. So Donald Trump spoke exactly what the people want to hear. Whether he gonna do it, whether he's gonna be a hypocrite or not, he spoke what the people want to hear. We the people complain we're not riding on the subway because the subway is filthy. We're not going on the train anymore. We're not going on the bus. We tired of all these immigrants coming in here. We tired. Now our mayor gave all the immigrants all these cards for food, all this, that. The people were fussing. He never said anything wrong with it. He said America belongs to everybody. The president said America belongs to everyone. So let them come in. Feed them. They was even putting out people out of the hotels in Manhattan. The hotels couldn't even open up because you couldn't rent a place there. They were coming in there and taking it over. But the mayor were giving them cards for food, this and that. Now today, not just today, but if you listen, the mayor say he's done in away with the food card that he gave the immigrants. So let me ask you a question. When you done away with that, are you sending them back home? Because if they don't have that, you have to provide food. And if it's bad now, where they're taking you and they're saying they're robbing, they're doing this, they're doing all that, then when they become hungry and desperate, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Good night to you, my friend Alonzo de Castro. Good night to you for taking your time to listen to me. I am so fed up of the silence in our community when it's time to when it's time to rant and rave. The election, it finished, and the same night it finished, we got quiet. I don't hear them speaking out. They don't encourage the people. Nobody's saying anything. It's just like it's done. We have a new president. Live with it. But remember, he is an example of what's going to happen right here in New York City. Mark my word. Any next election come up, we better pray that the people is excited as they were for the presidential election. A lot of times we don't understand that we have problems now where when the snow getting ready to come, or the garbage on the street, or the graffiti and everything that goes on in our community, do you call Donald Trump? You go into your elected officials in your community, your senator, your councilman, your assembly speaker. Those are the people you go to. But when it's time to vote for a councilman or somebody who could help us in our community, we don't get wild up and excited because we want the best councilman in our community. Okay? We don't get wild up over that because we feel, oh, it's just a councilman, or it's just a senator. We are not even speaking about them when it's time for election. You forget that they're on the ballot. Okay? But sometimes they too got to come out more because let me tell you something. No matter how I speak up and the people believe in me and the people go with what I say, how much of these elected officials is spending money from their campaign on this program to make sure that I can speak to the people? They take the grassroots for granted. Well, let me tell you something. We have another election coming up, and we better be ready because it's not everybody I'm making noise for anymore. I am sick and tired. The Bronx is not where it's supposed to be, and I don't care who hear me and who get upset at me. Because it's only when some politicians are running for office, you see them, they're busy making noise and they're busy making themselves known. But when they get in there, are they listening? The question is, are they listening? If it wasn't for Councilman Kevin Riley office, I wouldn't learn as much as I know about the agencies, some of the noise some of us making. We don't even understand that it's agencies, the mayor's office. So sometimes you might go into the councilman office and he have to fight with the mayor's office, or he got to fight with the agencies to get the things done that we need to get done in our community. We think we walk into the councilman, oh, we need more street lights. You don't get a street light next week. Oh, I'm not dealing with the councilman because I went to him last week and he ain't do nothing. And you don't know that he's busy doing what he has to do because it's a process. But when you go through what you're going through, my question, do you call the president of the United States? Some of you don't even understand how things are get done in our community, but it's because of us why our community is failing. And who don't want to listen don't have to, because I know who don't listen today will listen later. We are living in a world where we are failing ourselves. The elected officials, some people, they're very good at promises. We got to give them a chance to go in there and prove themselves. And I'm not talking about Donald Trump. But we need to give people a chance to prove themselves. But if you already know a person's character, don't give them a chance. Don't put them in office to fail us. You already know who they are. Do not waste time, put them in there. But if you know somebody's doing the work, stand behind them. And we, the people, supposed to pull our socks up, clean up our community, get involved, coming out to meetings. When the politicians are having meetings, you all don't show up. You all just come on social media, make noise, write up all kind of nonsense. But how many of us get involved when we sit down to have meetings and discuss our communities? We don't get involved. We're not there. Our voice are not heard. And even when you know about it, we have excuse. I finished work. I'm tired. I'm this and I'm that. We have excuse for everything until we go through what we went through with this election, where they elect the president of the United States, the man that you say supposed to be behind bars. He's our next president. We're going to wake up, but we are still sleeping. Okay, so everybody who sit down and take the voters for granted, this is the time I'm speaking to elected officials. Wake up. The same people who voted for you will turn against you tomorrow. It's not a joke. The president is not God, and he don't know where he's 4 years from now, where he's gonna be, what his situation gonna be like. We gotta be careful because with all the plans he have and all the things he's gonna do, who tell Donald Trump where he's gonna be a month from now, a year from now, 2 years from now? Let me tell you something. We sat down and we called Joe Biden old. Oh, he's old. He needs to go. And half of us who are crying today was the same people saying President Joe Biden was old and he needs to leave office. He left. Whether he left late or he didn't leave on time, he left. And he gave us exactly what we're supposed to have. Because sometimes we don't respect what we have. He's an example. When you have something, we abuse it, we take it for granted, like the Avril show, right? They take it for granted. But from I wake up this morning, I get phone calls. I need to speak to you about this. I need help with this. I need help with this. And I'm busy doing things silently. And some of the people know what I do too, but they take it for granted. It's just Avril. But some of the people you all have in your corners is the one that gonna let you down. Stay tuned because it's coming. The Bronx is not in a place that I'm proud of. I'm not proud of it. The things that I know I'm capable of doing, I always hear the councilman say, come to me, talk to me. And that's why I go there. Because I prefer he hear my voice, and his office listen to me and get with me and do what I'm doing than to sit down with an elected official whose door is closed. Whether you're here or you're in the island, most of the times, our elected officials, the door is closed. They don't have time to sit with you. If you don't watch it, they're all about texting too. They don't open the door. They don't find time to sit down and listen to you. The little people, the grassroots people. But when it's time for voting, the doors can be open. Let me tell you something. I will vote for the man or the woman who I know listen to the people. And that's a problem. Kamala Harris, I am not here to knock her. I was watching. Some of the things I wanted to hear, I wasn't hearing. So my excitement wasn't there. Because, see, I could listen to Oprah Winfrey talk. Oprah Winfrey's talking from her experience. Tyler Perry talk about his life, what he went through, how he went through poverty, and now he owns this and he owns that. I don't need to hear all that from Tyler Perry. We already know. I want to hear from Kamala Harris what she's coming in there to do for the people. So you see what happened? Now the mayor is saying, oh, I'm going to done away with the cards. So you see, if you see that you're in an enemy camp, it doesn't mean because I team up with you, mean I'm for you. It means at that moment, if this is what I have to do to get to where I got to do, if I got to fight with my enemy, I'm going to do it. But no, not Avril. Not Avril. See, we need to hear these things because if he can do it now, he should have been talking that language earlier. When the people was coming down on the mayor about the state of New York City, the mayor wasn't, I don't think he was listening because I wasn't hearing the response. He's responding now. But now he's saying, I'm going to work with the president, which he have to, but he's saying, I'm going to work with Donald Trump. And now the card is gone. It was just for 1 year. We should have been hearing all that before. You should have put all that out there before and tell us, okay, this is temporary. This is what we're going to do. You walk on the subway. Remember, a lot of these elected officials are not riding on the subway. They're not in the subway. They're not in the places where we have the problem. So they got to listen to we the people. Okay? From 2024 started, I have been watching the Bronx. I'm not excited. And I don't care. I'm not taking it back. I'm not excited. Nobody should come and tell me I'm moving out of the Bronx because the rent is too high. The this, the that. Excuses? No. We shouldn't have to move away from the Bronx because it's the mess of the Bronx. And everybody gonna say, anywhere you go have problems. We know that. But if you live in the Bronx long enough and drive through it and walk through it, the Bronx is in a mess. So anybody who's going to listen to me tonight, I'm saying this and I would not take back my word. The Bronx will make you depressed. But when you go to certain places in the Bronx, you want to know if you're still in the Bronx. Why is that? Why is it some community can be different from some? Is it the businesses that in our community who fail in us? Is it we, the people, that fail in ourselves? And maybe some of us are, because we used to talk about community and working together. It's none of that. Pure cutthroat. Pure cutthroat. Because everybody wants to shine. Everybody wants to outdo everybody. If you don't watch it, some of the people in the community want to fight against the elected officials to do what they got to do because everybody's up to something. So you want to know why this person don't even want to work with the elected officials because they themselves want to shine. They're up to something. They're up to no good. And then later they come up, you hear who is running for office. You say, no wonder. If you got to play the games and lie and steal and rob and destroy somebody to get where you got to go, you don't belong in office. We need to start to talk about these things and these issues because it's not a joke. We do not need to put the wrong people in office anymore. Where is Black Lives Matters? You understand? They're saying, "Oh, Kamala Harris wasn't she wasn't black," and then those who say she black say America is not ready for a black woman. But you're saying put Barack Obama wife in office. See, the problem I have with us as a people is that we want the famous. We want the famous. Because if you listen to what they're saying about Kamala, they say Biden didn't leave quick enough to give her enough publicity. I think she had enough publicity if the people really wanted to vote for her. Her campaign trail that she was on, you have to ask if the people were feeling what she was saying from what she was speaking. Because people in New York, people around the world, the mess of what's going on right here, the inflation, housing costs, the food. I remember one time Donald Trump made a joke about the eggs, and I laugh because the eggs that I buy, they're very expensive. And sometimes, if I see my eggs going to expire tomorrow, I boil all of them today and eat them. I refuse to have an egg spoil because inflation are killing us. Okay, but I guess that's what America made up. Inflation is probably what bring money into the economy. But my God, we don't have to suffer like this. Okay, so if Donald Trump is in now, give him time, and it's only then we the people are going to see who the real president is. But for those who vote for him, they are waiting for him to fulfill all the dreams that they say he said he's going to fulfill. He came here, he went in the barber shop. I'm not upset with the barbers. They know why they speak and they know what they're feeling and they know what they want and they speak out. It doesn't mean those same barbers 4 years from now wouldn't say they're not voting. I mean, he's not going to run again. But they might be the same one to vote for Democrat the next 4 years. But we as Democrats, we have to pull our socks up. The people are watching you. They want to see, they want to hear, they want to feel you. So you cannot sit down there and take it for granted when you get in office. The minute you win office, it's time to work. It's time to work. Let the people see the work you're doing. Because you see, when you sit there and you get quiet for 2 years, and then after 2 years, you start running around trying to catch your breath, the people don't want to hear you then. You're too late. You're too late. What is going on in the Bronx that you have the councilman who start doing his monthly meeting? You look for the community, they're not there. But they're the same ones to tell you, oh, we don't know what's going on, and these politicians not doing nothing. We people don't get involved. If you talk St. Kitts, listen to them in St. Kitts. Oh, the politicians not doing nothing. They ain't doing this. They ain't doing that. But some of the people in the islands living better than we here in America. And you want to know, what does the people really want? Take your community back by getting involved. Be active. Find a way to get involved. I don't say come and get involved with your ego. Get involved with those who are moving and shaking and say, how can I get involved? If you do street cleaning, I've seen some drivers and I don't even have to roll my window. They eat in, they open, roll down the window, throw the garbage on the road, and they keep going. They're walking up the street, they're eating the food, they throw it on the street. Some of the business owners, when you talk to them, they tell you they don't live in this community. Do they care? No. When they lock the doors, they're gone upstate. And if they have a business, they have to care about the business. I think every business owner should sit down and every day have a broom outside and sweep in front of their business. If every one of them do that, we have a clean street, cleaner street, because half of the people in our community probably don't even live in our community. So they don't care what they drop on the ground. You walk in front of people business, you throw your food, you throw, or maybe we need more garbage bin out there. I don't know. But if Avril call a meeting tomorrow, would you, the people, come out? Oh, I don't have no time for this. I'm tired of the talking. But we settle for a president that we don't want because we are so fed up. When you're fed up, you're supposed to make change, get involved, and do things different. We're living in a world where we need more praying for than ever. I have becoming silent. You see the TikTok and the Facebook and all these social media, it's good and it's bad. But trust me when I tell you, the people out there are more involved in the negative on social media than the positive. They are not interested in listening to what you have to say anymore. The majority of people right now, as I speak, is sitting on the phone, they're on TikTok, they're watching drama, they're watching all kind of confusion. Some people tell me, oh, I watch your show. Sometimes people comment 2 days later on my show and they're saying good night, not recognizing the show is done. You're watching it at something that was recorded. So when they get a chance, they watch, but I still appreciate that they watch it. But the time they take to comment, the show is gone long time because they're TikToking. They're someplace else. They're not teaming up with you to say communicate and talk to Avril while she's on and encourage her. Even some of my very own family members. They don't have time because they feel they can call me, they feel they already know me. So who is Avril for me to see and watch? Oh, it's my cousin. I know her. I know how she is. Oh, if I need, I can call her. They take you for granted. Those are the people I don't even pay any mind anymore. I don't care if they're family or not. Don't call me. Do not call me. The support that I need in this life is in what I do, not supporting me by calling me only when you have a problem. All we do is text now. We don't even care to hear each other's voice. All we do is text. The world has lost its flavor, and I'm sorry for the world we're in. We talk about Alzheimer's, we talk about depression, we talk about everything. People, I don't know where the help gonna come from because I saw an old lady who gave me my number from her head. She said, I got your number. And she could tell me my number from her head. And I need Aldi Castro number. And I got to type in Aldi Castro, look for his number. I don't remember it. I don't know it. You know? Janet, I know you listen, my dear. And if nothing else, I appreciate. And I appreciate everybody will communicate with me daily on social media. You have some people sit on your page, they won't even say good night. You forget the day. Sometimes the birthday come around, it pop up telling you this person birthday come and you didn't even know the person is still your Facebook friend. Even though Facebook only shows us a few of our friends, and those are the people we communicate with over and over. It show you those people. When you stop communicating, they don't show you anything about them. That's how it works. And most people are in group chat. So guess what? Every time you post something, it really go to your group chat most of the time. Only a few friends see it. But as soon as some of them make birthday, you want to know how come it popping up? Their name pop up on your page. That's what they do. We are controlling every way. And here the joke. We curse that man that they say is Twitter. He's in charge of Twitter. And he let us have it and he's for Donald Trump. But I guarantee you, the majority of the elected officials, the majority of celebrities is using his platform. Do he care? The man is a billionaire and you're still using his service. Do he care? How much of them you see drop out where they could tell you, oh, since he did what he did, the Democrats remove themselves. This, no, we don't. We don't remove ourselves. We know they're not going to remove themselves. but they're getting richer and richer after us because we live for it and we think everything is free. Let me tell you something. Facebook is not free. It comes with a cost. Look on your phone, you look up how to buy bread, and by the time you turn on your computer on Facebook, it popping up on Facebook how to buy bread. Our address, our life lies in the cookies on these social media. So when you see pop-ups say we use cookies, I don't even bother with it because those are what tracking you, your cookies. So if you don't know what's going on, you need to pay attention to what's happening around you. Let me tell you something. I come here to say and to warn my elected officials that the people that you think will vote for you is the people who do not vote. Even though they can vote, they decide, I'm not going out to vote for him. I'm not going out to vote for her. And they stay home. And then who you don't want in office is who get in there. Then we, the people, complain later. Oh my God, I can't believe he win because you underestimate. Your vote is important. It's only at the poll your vote is heard. Stop staying home and then complain later. But we are so quiet since Donald Trump won. But that's the way our people live. We hype. We hype. And when we're supposed to be hype, we're not hype. So, Donald Trump election taught me a lesson. I don't get caught up with the people anymore. We are more talkers than supporters and doers. So I stay my silent behind where I belong and I work in silence. I don't keep noise with people anymore. I'm not joining the noises. I block the noise out and I'm moving forward. I have enough to deal with. And I guarantee you, if I was running for office, maybe some of you will do the same thing to me. Would you promote me? Would you vote for me? Because you are going to think, oh, she get in there and she thinks she all that, and I ain't voting for her because she this and she that, and she do this and she that. You all have all kind of excuse. Black people, this black woman come out, make a video cursing black men. Oh, black women need not to deal with black men. Don't get involved with black men. Black men sell us out. A few black men vote for Donald Trump, and now you're crucifying all black men. And it's okay if they say they wasn't ready for a black woman. Because most of the time we want to lift something heavy. We call the black man to lift it. America is in a heavy weight right now. They need a fighter. They need somebody with force to get this country back together. And what they went after is the man who was speaking what they want to hear. He took it by force. He had some serious people campaigning for him, telling you what they're going to do when they get in office, and it sounds good. So you know what they said? Man, I was going to vote Democrat, but after I listened to Donald Trump, I decided to vote for him. It's a promise, but that's all we have to live on right now. Until you give him 1 year in office, them same people, you're going to hear a different speech, but at least they give him a chance. So wake up, my people. Pay attention to real talk and real information. People want to get in office. They put themselves out there. They're in front of every camera. They're popular. They're cleaning. They're doing this. They're running around. And when they get in office, you say, I can't believe it. They don't even want to talk to you. They don't have time for you. They get in now and they relax. So this is what I'm telling you. People live on promises, and that's all they go for. There's some people right here in our community saying they're running for office, they're setting up themselves to run for office, and my heart bleeds. Because if those people get in office, the Bronx ain't going nowhere further. Because see, we need people who are fighters, people who understand the need of seniors, children, healthcare, the community in which we live, people that lives in the community, people that walk the street with us every day. Those are the people we want. We don't want people who are up in the egos, who feel that you're not good enough to come in the office to be heard. No, we want people that recognize hardship, poverty. We need those people to say, hey, I've been there. I know what it feels like. So you can't be comfortable sleeping at night when you see people sleeping on the street of the Bronx. If you got to go fight with the mayor, fight with the mayor. But let us know that you're fighting with the mayor. Let us see you coming out. Don't come and tell us what you did and what you do. Let me tell you something. I'm so fed up because I know I have so much to offer the people of the Bronx, but I'm not running for office. But it would be nice that the people who can do it sit down and listen to who can help them to get it done. But no, sometimes I feel that people like me will always be locked out because you know what? When people look at you as a force and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, they don't want you in there because they figure you're going to come in and challenge them and force them to do what they're supposed to do. But I say a man like Councilman Kevin Riley, when I walk into his office and speak to his chief of staff, I tell her what I think they can do, what I think they should do, how we can do it, and they listen. They take notes and they start doing their monthly meetings. And I say it again, where are the people to come out? They don't have the time. They're too busy. And half of the time, 4 hours out of the night or 10, they're on TikTok, they're on social media, and they could have been out in an office giving back their input. But tell them free turkey given away tomorrow. They call the same elected officials' office to ask, where is the turkey going to be? And they might ask, you're going to have bags to give us too with the turkey? That's what we do. They know, they know how to bait us. If you could have 1,000 people stand up in a line for a free turkey when it's 30 degrees outside, why you can't have that 1,000 people come and sit down at the YMCA or someplace to hear what they have to say? My people, we are the most let down set of people on human earth. We let down each other. I felt so let down during this election. You can't save the world, but the community in which I live, some people will tell me straight, I'm not going to the meeting. I don't want to hear them politicians talk. Oh, I don't have time for them. And I don't this. But then tomorrow they come and they post and they curse elected officials for not doing what they're supposed to do. Are they hearing from you? You think everybody have time on social media to read everything or know everything? Sometimes I miss stuff on social media because you don't see it, you don't come around. So when they call a meeting, my God, come out. We got to set ourselves up from now for the next 4 years. And if we don't do it, we're going to be in trouble again. America is ready for leadership. That's all they want. Somebody who is a great leader. Whether it's a mayor, a governor, a councilman, a senator, a assembly speaker, you understand? They need leadership. And when we find people who is not out there for the public and the ego and the spotlight, and they're all about their work, like my family member in the Virgin Islands, Senator Alma Francis, I applaud you. I see you in action. This woman don't have time for parties. I doubt sometimes I want to know if she get off of her computer. It's all about work, work, work for the people. All about fighting on the Senate floor like a bulldog because she's fighting for the people of the Virgin Islands. When you find people who are more into their work and into the community and what the people need and fighting to pass legislature, those are the people you want. Not people who just think about the party and look good and spotlight and camera and fame and all that. Tired of seeing that, man. Let's take it back and let's start within our community. So right now, I can't waste my time talking about Donald Trump. I am focusing on what he's going to do, but I'm not wasting time cursing Donald, sending out videos of nonsense with Donald Trump and all kind of people cursing him. What is that going to do? He's still president. He's still president. Waste that time educating your neighbors, your family, your community, and telling them register and become a citizen so you could make a difference in the voting poll. Talk to them. There's a lot that I have to do, and I'm going to do it with the elected officials that I know listen to me and care about the community, and pray that those elected officials rise to the top eventually, because some of them, ego is what killing us. Ego is what have them. They believe I am this and I am that, but sit back and relax, because some of you will be gone pretty soon too. The mayor is going to work with Donald Trump now. That's what I tell you. When it comes time to work together, we'll work with our enemies. Even if we don't like them, we just got to tolerate them at the time. So learn from that. Not everybody that's in your corner care about you. Some people is tolerating you because you are a benefit to them. But how you know they care about you is when you sit at the table with them. Okay, so right now, I do not sit back and do a show on social media looking for ratings. I look to know that this show reach at least one person. So this Saturday, I'm going to make it my business to join Dr. Benton Wellness on November 16th from 11 to 4 p.m. She's going to be at 1345 East Gun Hill Road in the Bronx, where she's going to be talking about what she's doing in Africa and her Glory of Hope Foundation and all that she's doing. So, people, we must support one another. We must come out and get involved and make a difference in the community and the people life in which we serve. So, the only way we as Black folks can rise to the top is when we start supporting each other and what they're doing. See, a lot of people curse me because I don't party in club, and I don't see what the party and club do for me. If you have a party and I promote it and I'm not there, just one person, Avril, is not going to stop your party. I spend so much money going out. Your party is nothing compared to what I spend money to support in this community. So when you see me out, sometimes tickets is 130, 140, 150, but if it's for a cause, I go and support it. Ask some of these party people, when last you support what Avril do? That's the question. So, my people, I'm not going to stay with you tonight forever, because I make one decision in my life that when I come to social media, it's only for a short time. I can't sit here and talk all night, because our people, we lose interest very quick. We lose interest very quick. We spend 4 hours on TikTok, but if you're speaking to them about something important, they don't click you off, gone over here, gone over here. Don't make sense talking too long to the people. All I can say to you is, I hope whatever I say, you take something from it and make sense out of it. Because if you could listen to Donald Trump and they hear sense coming from him, you could find some kind of sense coming from what Avril is saying. Get involved, get involved, get involved. Again, before I leave, I said it earlier and I'll say it again. Thank you to all the veterans, my families, and all who serve. And to the U.S. Virgin Islands, congratulations to all your winners there. And I hope the Virgin Islands could move forward and the people there can feel relief from the people that was elected and re-elected. Continue to do what you're doing, and to my lovely cousin Alma Francis, continue to be a bulldog on the Senate floor and continue to fight for the people of the Virgin Islands. God bless you. Good night, and thank you for watching.